Hi there, folks. Welcome to episode 14 of I Don't Want to Hold Your Hand, the Beatles Quarantine catalog, where I'm attempting to play all 248 Beatles songs in chronological order while we are all stuck inside. Before we get into today's song, I am on all the things, YouTube, Instagram, and Venmo, if you would like to subscribe, follow, or support the series. As always, thanks to everybody who reaches out and whether it's on Venmo or wherever, just sending nice messages. It's been great to know that people are enjoying this. Each one of these videos takes me about 7 hours to make, so it's like so worth it though when just like a couple people have said that they're really enjoying the info and the song. So I'm gonna keep doing these because I got the time, so let's do it. So last time we did a little tune called Love Me Do, which is the A side of the Beatles' first single. So naturally our next song is what was on the B side, which is a tune called P.S. I Love You. P.S. I Love You was recorded on the same day as the album version of Love Me Do. We talked last time, it's very confusing. There's been 3 drummers that played Love Me Do, but on September 11th, 1962, they recorded the song for the 3rd time with Andy White on the drums and Ringo playing the tambourine. That same day, the group recorded P.S. I Love You. So this is the last song that Andy White will be playing on from here on out, just Ringo. So after 10 takes of the song, which is a respectable amount of time for the Beatles to work on one tune, everyone seemed very satisfied, so they listened back to the track, and the Beatles actually enjoyed it so much, and they thought they sounded so good, that they wanted this to be the A side of their first single, but there was already a popular song at the time called P.S. I Love You, so it had to be the B side to Love Me Do. Things to listen for in this tune. We have our first appearance of 2 very, very important things that will appear throughout the catalog. The Beatles up to this point have only used rhyming schemes where the last word of a line rhymes with the last word of the next rhyme, such as love, love me do, you know I love you, I'll always be true. Easy. And in some cases, they've even done less than that, such as pick up my bags and run right home, and then I find I got the number wrong. Doesn't even rhyme, but who cares? I didn't notice until today, so. But in this song, we get a little step forward in lyric creativity, and that is in the line, I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love. It's the first moment in the catalog up to this point where the Beatles are not rhyming the last word. It's you love and do love that rhymes, and that is going to be used constantly in the Beatles catalog, but it is the first time up to this point where we're getting a little more creative lyrically. The big thing that appears for the first time in P.S. I Love You is 3-part harmony. Up to this point, we've only had John and Paul singing together, John and George singing together, or Paul and George singing together. But here we are, John, Paul, and George are singing 3-part harmony, which is a staple of the Beatles catalog moving forward. The Beatles were very, very lucky in that all 4 members could carry a tune. Ringo, I suppose, the least, but even he could really rock a song. And obviously George in the future is going to sing some of the greatest Beatles songs in the catalog. And then John and Paul are 2 of the greatest vocalists in rock history. So the Beatles had 4 singers. And so here it is in the first example of that is P.S. I Love You. One of the harmonies I specifically want to point out that I thought was super cool, I hadn't heard it until I dissected the song to record it for you today. And that is a moment where it sounds like the Beatles are purposefully playing with a bit of dissonance, which is not something they've done up to this point. The harmonies clash big time, but it sounds amazing if you really, really listen to it. The part I'm talking about technically happens throughout the song, but you can only hear it on the last verse. As you may know, the backups in this song only sing on certain words. They only accent certain words. So if you just heard the backups, they would sound like treasure, words, gather, and Paul is singing in the middle. And it's very cool, but in one of the last verses, everybody sings all the words of the verse. And there's a moment where Paul's line is descending and it's going through either John or George, I can't tell who. They are holding a note throughout the line. And so for a couple notes, the two notes clash and then they resolve. It's amazing. The part you're listening for is this. Paul will sing the line that everybody knows. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love. We all know it. It's beautiful. The line moves. It's great. John or George, can't tell who, is singing a very static line underneath, which is, I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love. And there's a clash specifically on till the day I do love and till the day I do love. And so they clash. And through the magic of editing, I will play that for you together right now.
I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love.
It's one of the coolest parts of the song. I didn't know that it was there until I went through and was trying to learn these harmonies. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it's just such a cool musical moment, and just more and more examples that the Beatles are just, you can listen to them forever and keep finding out more stuff. And I'm so excited to do the rest of the catalog and just find more and more things to tell all my friends about. So please enjoy the B-side of the Beatles' first single and the 14th song in the Beatles catalog, P.S. I Love You.
As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. Treasure these few words till we're together. Keep all my love forever. P.S. I love you. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love. P.S. I love you. As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. Treasure these few words till we're together. Keep all my love forever. P.S. I love you. As I write this letter, oh, send my love to you. You know I want you to remember that I'll always, be in love with you. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until